Another live stream. It's your girl, CYNETHA Jade. Most call me Love. I hope whether or not you just literally just now found the channel or if you're returning purposefully, I really hope that you get something out of the messages that we will delve into in just a moment. But I wanted to extend my gratitude and my thank you to you for even clicking on the video. All right, as you do that and as you hit the like, and as you triple check perhaps to make sure you've subscribed to the channel, you're doing amazing work towards some of our next milestones together. The reason why I say that is because this channel is for all of us, all right, in unison. Singing Kumbaya if you'd like. It's not a requirement though, just saying. So I digress. We're going to be talking about some adult-ish, right? Irregardless of what all that may be encompassing. And of course, we're going to be sticking with the realm of love, okay? But you know, sometimes business gets mixed in there and sometimes positions like to be, you know, coming out into the forefront for some of those next steps, okay? For those that like to get freaky deaky. So again, adult-ish. So I say all that to say please and thank you, no children's. All right, whether you lay claim to them or not, it shouldn't be around you for this particular live stream, and dare I say all of them, okay? I do intend that my content as uploaded and or published on the channel is stating just that. All right, so I'm doing my part, and I thank you for those doing yours, just to make sure that the children's aren't in earshot, especially. All right, we have no idea what's going to come out of my face, you know what I mean? And so that could be another thing we could talk about as well. And you know, you just don't want to add any more trauma to anyone's path, right? Hi, Eat Me, Love and Light, welcome. Happy Saturday, babe. So yeah, I have no idea what all we're going to be talking about, but I just want to be mindful. Please and thank you, no children's, all right, especially in earshot, okay? Now, so I feel like I want to give people a little bit of a chance to come on here. But I will be mindful. Eat Me, I just appreciate you coming on. You're always usually one of the first, if not the first. So I will go ahead and ring the bell and we can go on ahead and get to your question, babe. And anyone else that may want to shoot their shot at getting a free tarot reading, please be sure to understand all aspects of the live stream rules and also follow them, right? So that you can get your free reading. Love and Light Sophie. Excuse me. Well, Eat Me, you're always on the phone, but it doesn't even mean you have to click on the video. So I was just saying thank you, right? You don't have a question? Okay, no worries. I'll be on here for a minute anyways. You guys, I wanted to come on earlier, but where I am, it is storming, all right, snowstorm approaching, ensuing. It's been snowing for an hour or two so far, and it's supposed to kind of stay that way at that pace well into the night. So I decided it best for me to go out and get like some of them staples before I'm just holding myself up indoors, right? And then of course making things cozier for me to come on and be with my collective. All right. So no worries. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, I see your question. Eat Me. Excuse me. I'm trying to say Sophia. I see your question, but I'm trying to make sure, Eat Me, you're not saying something to me. Okay, let me see here. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for helping, Eat Me. Okay. So let's see here, Sophie, regarding your question. All right. Hired by Ryan. Okay, let me see. Hired by Ryan. Okay, and we got a quick answer. Literally, usually talking about an offer of sorts, right? Pentacles feels like job offer, just saying. All right, so it seems like it's a yes regarding being hired. If Ryan Seatrim can help it, it's a yes. Okay. So claim it, yes, at the bottom. Speaking of King of Wands, this person could be quite excited to have you on board. All right, that's what I have for you, Sophie. Congratulations. Love and light. It's really great when you come across some of those destiny helpers, right? And you just know, like, man, the divine just really had our paths cross, right? Maybe it shouldn't have happened. Whole time it's faded, right? And of course, hindsight's 2020. I get that, but you guys celebrate those wins as they come, and they most assuredly will. Especially as you are mindful to celebrate them, you'll have even more to celebrate. Makes sense? All right. So if no one else has a question, all right, I will again ring the bell. No worries. Good morning to you, Sherry12. Love and light, babe. Rich rising, right? It's kind of afternoon where I'm at, you guys. I was up though. Like I was up probably by I did sleep in because I think I was not really up and at 'em until like 9:30. Usually it's I don't know, some other times, certain other points in the morning, right? But me, 9:30, that's kind of me sleeping in a little bit, okay? And again, I had to run out and get some supplies so I could be like holed up in here with you guys comfortably. So we got a storm approaching that's, supposed to allow for precipitation, snow, okay, to kind of be falling well into the night. And I thought, you know what? Work smart, not hard. All right. When you already have those to-do lists to get those errands done anyway, you don't want to you want to do it in the midst of piles of snow on top of it, right? So I would have loved to have come on this morning and at least eked out some angel messages, but it just was not the case. But I'm gonna make up for that because you guys are stuck with me this evening, okay? And like I said, I'm good on it because I already did my to-do list. Makes sense. So not that I expect you guys to stay on. I just appreciate you guys even hopping on briefly. I promise. Okay. Okay, let's see. Eat me. Okay. Oh, well, that was fast. Oh my God, eat me. I wish, oh my gosh, that was so fast, but it's literally the 10 of Pentacles, eat me. That's giving yes, and a yes at the bottom of the deck, babe. And this yes at the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Wands, it talks about like something rapidly incoming, like communication that changes everything or allows you to make the shift. But you do seem to have some sort of divine assistance. I mean, I know we're not talking about the aces, but shit, the 10 is right underneath ace, right? And the 10 is more than what you'd ever need, irregardless of what this we're talking about, even if it wasn't money, right? Part and parcel of the definition of the 10 of Pentacles, just saying. And if nothing else, it indicates wish fulfillment. So I take that yes and run with it, baby. Okay, Evie. Love and light, nannies. Please and thank you. Check the description box, babe, and scroll all the way down, you guys, nannies, and anyone else who may need to do so, for the live stream rules so that you'll be able to get your free question answered. I want to answer it, I promise. Okay. There's just a little bit of an order that's required while we're on the live stream together. Keep it orderly and so that hopefully no one's really actually getting skipped over, if that makes sense. But love and light to you and welcome. Love and light you, Sarah. Love and light, Chelsea Daly. You're very welcome, Sophie. Okay, now let me see here. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Eat Me. That came out so rapidly that you would have thought that the 10 of Pentacles, the way it kind of flew out, I mean, I know you couldn't see it, but you would have thought that that would have been more the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands talks about like rapid fire, like communication or transition or travel, shift, if you will, right? I love that. You're very welcome. Okay, now let me see here. I gotta scroll back up. Forgive me. Forgive my finger as well. That's the only downfall with the cell phone. But I will not complain because I'm grateful to be able to use it. It helps me direct connect, and that's for sure what I'm here to do. Okay, so Chelsea, is it going to be a yes or a no regarding, right? Like, I'm starting to ask the same question for me too, Chelsea, but let me concentrate on you. Hold on. I want to confuse the energy. No, let me stop. All right, Chelsea. I, many moon cycles ago, sat underneath an apostle. And I recall him, like it was yesterday, telling us that you could ask the angels for the numbers that would win. Isn't that interesting? I was in a church, though. It's funny how when you take religion especially some of the aspects of what goes on behind the scenes there. And then you go over into the spiritual side and you're like, I've done this before. We called it this, not that. Same damn thing. Same damn spiritual law and principles, though, interestingly enough. I'm trying, Chelsea, this whole time. I got you, babe. I did not forget. It's just I got nothing here until I do. Okay, so we have 2 cards. First out is giving a yes. The second, a no. Oh, we have 3 cards. Okay. Another yes. Bottom of the deck is a no. Gosh, that's giving 50-50, right? But hear me out. Let's see what the cards are actually saying here. So the Queen of Cups leading into the... I'm so sorry. I think I'm laughing at this point, Chelsea. It has nothing to do with you. It's me trying to keep my vibe high because I don't like this for you. So please, I had to explain that so you don't think I'm actually being an asshole and like laughing about your situation or at you, because that's not me. Okay. Unless whatever we're talking about is actually funny, right? Makes sense. Because I love to laugh. But anyhow, I digress. Chelsea, with the Queen of Cups leading into the 3 of Swords here and following up with the Temperance angel energy. All right, this is really talking about not looking for outward sources to kind of fix situations that are rooted from the inside out. And I have to say it that way because you guys, if you're looking to the left and to the right outside of you and you damn sure are struggling there, it means that there's a level of measure of struggle inside. And as you kind of calm that down, right? And maybe cleanse or whatever is best to say, like breathe, right? Take a sigh of relief, you know, whatever and all ever it may mean. Okay, and this is just a quick on the fly reading, so I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. Hope you understand. But once you walk away from, you know, basically aspects of maybe ideation, maybe self, okay, former self, or, you know, Divine's trying to say it should be part and parcel of your former actions, your former, you know, ways of thinking, then you will actually get on into the Temperance angel energy, assisted, of course. You're not like, you know, SOL on this. The Divine is still very much for you, not against you. It's just as far as the lottery and winning it and that actually fixing everything, it's not part and parcel of your Akashic or your path, it seems, okay? And I don't know how to say that without sounding like it's harsh or blunt. I apologize, because really I'm going off of the energy that, I mean, this is literally the walking away card, babe, at the bottom of the deck. And of course it does give a no. But interestingly enough, it's like what I said, on the other side of it comes in an offer of abundance, change, comes in a newer version of self, perhaps, that operates out of actual manifestation techniques. You guys watch The Secret. All right. Because hear me out, Chelsea, or anyone making sense of this, right? We're saying all that now, and energy's fluid. So if you perhaps watch The Secret, you start applying some of those, you know, spiritual laws and principles, you do the exercises mentally and faithfully, right? You could actually get another reading regarding that same freaking question, and the energy could change. Such to the point where I'm saying, yes, the hell, you better go run those numbers right now. But as of right now, that's not the way. It's not going to be something that fixes it or gets you. And with the Queen of Cups coming out, leading into the heartbreak energy, it's like you already know this. The reason why I say that, Chelsea, is because the Queen of Cups is the most intuitive out of all of the queens. All right. So, you know, but it gets better on the other side of you just really utilizing what's actually in your toolbox to use for you to bring forth abundance, irregardless of the lottery being played or not. Okay. So that's what I have for you, babe. Hopefully that makes sense. But affirmations as well. But you guys watch those affirmations, right? I feel like not enough people talk about this, especially in the spiritual community. Affirmations like am going to, will be, right? When? Because you should be calling it as it is now, because all you have is right now. Should you wait until tomorrow to be a multi-billionaire, a multi-millionaire, a thousandaire? I don't know why you would waste the time. You could just call it as is. And as delusional as that sounds, the universe must respond to it, because the universe is not here to give a rat's ass about words, right? You can affirm And here's the other side of the coin of affirmations. And maybe you got it so you're not affirming something pending or buffering or loading still as if it's some sort of online transaction, right? But you're not feeling it. You're like, there's no fucking way that the universe or God or goddess even exists, let alone hears me and supports me. But you're saying the words day in, day out. Not going to be a thing for you because you're not working all aspects of the spiritual law and principles that the universe has to respond to. And that's why I beg and plead with you guys, watch The Secret. It's free on YouTube, probably several other places. They made books if you don't like to watch a movie for an hour and a half of your day or night. You should be sleeping to it just to let it seep in there. All right. Maybe you don't have the attention span. I get that. But when you lay it down, your higher self is still very much present, aware. And somewhere in the background, your muggle self is still integrating aspects of environment, which would be inclusive of the seeds that listening to that in the background would plant. Same deal with the videos on the channel, you guys. We need watch hours for monetization. So just saying, sleep to them if you gotta. Half the time people are saying my voice puts them there anyway. So, you know, if that's you needing a good night's sleep, go on ahead and put the live on and lay it down. I don't mind. If anything, I'm saying thank you so much for doing just that. All right. It's a win-win-win-win-win as far as I can tell. But that's what I do have for you, Chelsea, and anyone making sense of this at this point. Okay. Because it just is what it is, babes. I'm giving free game, as they say, but you know, there's many ways to deepen aspects of even what I'm able to give you on a brief live stream. Okay. So the next person is Yasara. Let's talk about this promotion. All right. So firstly, claim it if that's what you know is worthy, right? If you're worthy, of course, Yasara is worthy, right, of promotion, whether it's next year or right now, right? So same deal, you guys. If you're looking for, you know, maybe you could care less about love, but you really need to figure some shit out business-wise, right? So Yasara, I got a yes, okay, with the 10 of Wands. The Sun card also indicating yes, came out simultaneously, and Death and Rebirth indicating no, but hear me out. The Death and Rebirth stands, okay, on the bottom of the deck for you, all right? So, like, where? Okay, so this could be saying to you, Yasara, with this 10 of, I almost said 10 of burdens. Please don't be burdened, Yasara, because if you're burdened, right, you're putting energy that the universe doesn't really translate into anything beyond what it is, which would be energy through your worrying, okay, that you're emitting to the universe saying, don't want this. It's burdensome. But the whole time you're like burdened because you want it, but the universe doesn't care about that, right? Because energy, as they say, is everything. This is why you got to watch with the affirmations and the energy, right? Not even just the words. Okay. Yes, there is what I would lovingly term as God's grace, all right, the divine's grace, source's grace, the universal grace, where we don't have to have all aspects of manifestation perfected, and not even necessarily performed, but you will lead a better life and enjoy a better path if you discipline yourselves into working them. And that's why we talk about it all the time. I'm mindful that, you know, again, different strokes for different folks, right? Different keys to different streets, depending on whom all I'm addressing right now or whenever, who all ever receives this message, right? But you guys, if you can, and you can, that's why you're asked to all the time, right? Whether by your girl or the divine, and we've had evidence of both, so don't come for me. It's not just me on a soapbox, just saying, right? But this looks like it could be sooner than next year. Now, if you box your mentality, or dare I say your manifestations with your mentality into probably just gotta wait till next year, then you're telling the universe, I wait till next year, right? Don't do that either. And it's interesting because the Sun card is the happiest card of any tarot deck, right? But it also speaks to a level and measure of an enlightenment as well as clarity, okay? In the most positive aspects of those words. So I feel like once you grasp some aspects of tweaking how you're working some of these spiritual laws and principles anyway, because you guys do it without awareness at times too. Again, the grace of the divine, like seriously. All right. This is also why we talk about free will. And within that free will is the capability, should you desire, whether you intentionally make the choice or not, to self-sabotage. It's still a thing that you're powerful enough to do. That's why we talk about all the time. It shouldn't be what you're choosing, right? Be mindful. Okay. Um, so Yasara, yes, it's a yes. This whole time it's a yes. The only no card you got was the death and rebirth card. And I said, not the no, but the death and rebirth stands, right? And the other cards were yeses the whole time. So yes. You're welcome, Yasara. All right. I'm gonna... Yasara, I hope you got that, man. I was passionately, giving you some gems there. I hope you take them and run with them. I did not mean to confuse you. I'm not sure why you would be, but it's definitely a yes, okay? And I will move on. No worries. Sherry, should you leave Patrick alone for good? I feel like if that's something you're pondering, it's probably because Patrick's asking you to ponder that, right? Teaching you maybe you should ponder that, right? But we'll see what the cards say here. Well, apparently there is possibility for turnaround. There is possibility for getting past the disgruntled aspect of the connection in spite of the current heartbreak energy. Ten of Pentacles also does deal with, the domestic realm as well. But it seems that with the Tower card, I just kind of get that's pairing with the heartache, heartbreak energy. But I'm looking at the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune as I cut the deck, which kind of really bolsters the credibility that this could be a possibility. Three of Coins is talking about, being connected, working together, right? Excuse me. And of course, that 10 is talking about happy home, fortification in the relationship, the connection. And Eight of Wands now currently at the bottom of my deck. Communication will come in. With the Knight of Cups, this person could express to you, no, they're not willing to, let go. They'd like to try again, if that sounds applicable. If that's not, they would just be more expressive of their heart space energy towards you and the connection when they do reach out. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Let me scroll back. I'm so sorry. I don't want to say. Sherry 12 regarding Patrick. Okay. All right. So nannies. Let's see about Roger. Well, we got a yes regarding Roger. Incoming Chariot energy. Hierophant underneath it. And oh my gosh. Nannies. You found somebody special, huh? And they damn sure found somebody special too. With the Hierophant and the, sorry, I guess you can't see all aspects of that, but it's the Two of Pentacles right on the other side of that energy. You want to know what's at the bottom of the deck, nannies? Something very official, right? This is like, like chosen, right? Not even in the sense of chosen one energy, but like you the one, right? So if this isn't actual marriage, this is some sort of like, we're officially a thing, right? People will know, okay? And that's good. It seems like this is something brought into you for whatever fuck shit you've had to endure in the past, okay? From, again, your spiritual guidance team. Could be from source even. All right, so that's what I have. Nannies, love and light. Love and light, Sherry. And you're very welcome. And love and light, Isara, as well as Chelsea. In case I left anybody out, you are very, very welcome. All right. Okay. So let's get into it, to what we got to get into, shall we? I'm just going to hydrate. You're very welcome, nannies. Okay. Okay. So I'm picking up on a situation where two people love each other very much, but they're not together. It's interesting. This could actually be a play off of the energy that I was channeling earlier. You guys, I was channeling, forgive me if this is not the case. It's been years, but pretty sure that it's Mary J. Blige. And the song title, I know this much, is Sweet Thing, like Sweet Thing. And at some point in the lyrics, you know, she's quoted as saying, "You're not mine and I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy." Right? So that was coming through, and I got chills coming in from the left. This is given I'm picking up on that is actually the case. Okay. So we're going to talk about this. Welcome, love and light, you guys. And fear not, if for whatever reason you have yet to get your free tarot question answered, I will again ring the bell in a short few. No worries. The only thing is, please check the description box and scroll down to the live stream rules. Follow all the prompts so that we can just get right to getting your question when it's your turn to be able to do that. Okay. So I don't have to say, you didn't read the description box. And if you guys don't want to go to the description box, head on over to the community board on the channel and scroll down a couple scrolls, 2, 3, 5, I don't know. And I had placed a screenshot of the description box regarding those rules over there as well. Okay. So love and light, welcome. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's see. What other cards are we talking? I'm leaving. Whoa. Wowie. Wow. Wow. The other card says unclear. So this I'm leaving card. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. The unclear states, I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. So now I've got to clarify, like, what are we, who, what? So I'm going to hit up my Kipper-ish Oracle deck from Intuitive Kev as I'm guided to see if I can flesh out who this party is. I want to know, firstly, regarding this non-clarity, right? This unclear energy. So this is a situation where somebody's been loving on somebody, irregardless of how often physically, right? But from afar, all right, while they've been connected to somebody. And I want to go ahead and say they're unclear about... All right. So they could be with a soulmate, right? And you guys, we always talk about it, how soulmates get like over glorified, maybe even more aptly stated, over sexualized, right? Because it could just be like, well, like so and so was like, I don't know, like the town librarian or you know, a mailman, right? But this soulmate, the tricky thing about soulmates, you guys, is there's always like this like internal knowing, this spiritual situation, okay? And so it often comes out like, I can't let this person go, or like, I shouldn't let this, like maybe there's just like an extreme amount of guilt. And it could be, I mean, we'll talk about it, soulmate, could be that for a time or two or three or more, perhaps, all right? Irregardless of the age of your soul, that you guys could have been in something where that kind of mindset and thinking and mannerism would have been the case, and or would have been expected of you, right? So perhaps, you know, this incarnation, you're a female, you subscribe to being a female, you're in a female avatar even, right? This is just an example. I'm not saying this is coming through the channeling like this is somebody's story. I'm just trying to give an example here regarding the soulmate energy and why there's such a pull here, okay? Just for clarity reasons, okay? And this is what's coming to mind to give as an example. And you've got this gentleman, will be, you know, hey, okay, I'm not here to call anybody names, right? You've got this gentleman, okay, as this feminine female avatar meet suited woman, right? That for whatever reason, even though they're not giving any of the aspects of checking all of your boxes. They're not giving any aspects of like why you should keep them. Like now, I'm hearing Tracy Chapman, I think is the singer. Give me one reason to stay here, right? Kind of vibes. And still, you're just like, God damn it! Like I just can't not care about this asshole. Like, seriously. And it could be because back in the day, all the way, whether left or right, into your perhaps parallel, gosh, I hope somebody's getting this, incarnation, parallel path, in that stratosphere, if you will, or dimension, whatever's more aptly stated, you are actioning out, perhaps in an actual physical male meat suit, while subscribing to being a masculine. Hear me out, all right? And you are the husband of this now individual in this incarnation, while you're all feminine and pretty and shit. Uh, this mofo standing in front of you. And this is why it's so important to understand, that when you're even in the healing process, especially those black sheep, those generational curse breakers, you got to understand you're dealing with all kinds of karma, after effects, decisions, right? We talk about ancestors, but the ancestral realm is part and parcel of us as well. It's all connected. Okay, so really at the end of the day, it's divinity guiding divinity in all of this, and that's why you're inflexible law and unstoppable, unless and until you believe otherwise and succumb to the fuck shit. And this is why it's so important to know who you are. All right, so I could be speaking to a male individual. There could be some significance to the number 13. You could be seeing that, or will be seeing that in synchronicity of confirmation of this. And somebody here, okay, could be a blonde feminine energy who could also be a tarot reader. Does not have to be the case, but there could be some aspects of divination. Somebody doesn't even want me to say it. I'm going to go to the evil eye deck because I don't give a fuck, right? Aspects of divination, they don't want me to say that, as part and parcel of some manipulation, okay, on one or more perhaps individuals, regarding your connectionship. I'm definitely talking to a male individual with lighter hair, or about a male individual who would have lighter hair. Perhaps could even be that this person is brunette with salt and pepper hair. Yeah, somebody from this person, this rich guy, all right, whether older or younger, okay. Oh, you can't even see. Hello. All right, there we go. Whether, this person connects more with the older or younger version of this male energy. And we are speaking energy. Could be talking about a female meat suit, right? But they're scorned. They want to dig up ish. So this is why you got the divination. They could be going to tarot readers if it's not them specifically. Direct connect. You should be smudging your area here, honey bun. Just to keep it it says smooth, spicy aroma. So I just kind of want to be like, just to keep it spicy, right? Go on ahead and cleanse just to keep it spicy. That means this person could high key, and we'll take a look, be trying to bind themselves to you romantically. They're definitely competing with you, trying to one up you on your next steps. Okay, you could have unexplained body welts, or bruises. Black obsidian, if that's you, babe. Use that black obsidian. They could be trying to manipulate your course such to the point where a freak accident is part and parcel of it. They're envious of the money you make. So whoever I'm speaking to, you're coming out as a masculine. Okay, buddy. So I'm just going to say, man, guy, like the card states, and I'm going to find it. It's like somebody wants you hidden. Somebody does not want you to ever be, like if you're in business, they're like trying to make it so that like your bid just never gets to the desk, right? I don't know why I'm hearing that song. Oh my God, what song is that? Wait, I'm gonna have to look it up. Wait, hold on. Because I don't even know all the words. Hold on. But I know it's a popular song. A lot of songs been coming through today. All right, so it's Get Low. by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, and I'm hearing what to the window, to the wall. I didn't know the words, but I can't even share those words. Let me see something really quick. Okay, so you might want to possess an amulet of protection, right? Especially if you have black obsidian in jewelry, wear that, right? And this person wants this rich guy. This rich guy could actually be a boss, right? But either way, they want to like end you, ruin you, envious of your career, the money. They want to end it all, right? This person's giving like BPD vibes. Just saying, I can say that because I know and love people with that condition. It's not funny, I'm just saying, okay? And I'm not a doctor, so don't come for me. But okay, it says, can she puck that, like hockey, right? Just go with it. I'm speaking in code, right? You can look up the lyrics. That question been harassing me. And it says, in the mind, the itch is fine. Ain't no itch fine, but you know what I'm saying, the word. I'm speaking in code. Could be a business owner or a club owner of some significance. All right. Maybe this is how this man makes their money, right? Take a spiritual bath is coming out twice. I didn't say it earlier. Yeah. They wanted you to have problems with making important decisions, whether in business or referable to life changes, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. I mean, this person is really, whether blonde female or not, okay, because I feel like this person, I feel like the blonde female is not really actually the problem, right? They're just in this man's energy. It's the soulmate. Yeah, you know what? Could be two blondes. Look at that. Okay. But I got this Ice Queen coming out with this, which tells me could be two blonde women, right? Because ain't no karmic soulmate gonna give bliss for long, right? And that's the whole long and the short of this. This person's saying, I'm done, I'm leaving. Okay. Now I want to kind of delve into the psyche of this person who wants to tell this other blonde or other feminine energy, the non-manipulator one, because I just want to make sure that this isn't, anyone, whether connected to the collective or not here. But I want to make sure that this rich guy is also coming across non-toxic as well, because what if, right? We've all been in some form of toxicity a time or two, for sure, right? And so if and when you should, and you should be doing that maintenance check every now and again, right? Not obsessively or anything, but just, just to make sure you got all systems running, all the chakras are, blissfully intact and all of that, right? Because a lot of fuck shit happens. You guys see how people try to manipulate, in like the physical and referable to the spiritual, okay? And it seems like this soulmate is going to be in some form of imprisonment, whether spiritual or otherwise, regarding their fuck shit that they're performing on their soulmate, okay? Ice Queen energy coming out like this gives really nasty vibes, you guys. Like, this would never be, the energy that I'm reading for, just please don't get confused by this oracle card. They can be quite limited here. I know it says bliss, but that Ice Queen is not giving bliss. I think, this could be a brunette, but I feel like the Ice Queen, if you could just morph these cards together, would be blonde. I can't get around that. There's some significance to blonde hair. All right, maybe one of these females' hair is more wavy or kinky or curlier, right? And or a different length, between the two. And this is probably part and parcel because this rich guy, whether this is you, collective member, or not, you have a type, okay? I get that. I mean, it's not unheard of, right? Apparently, the age-old adage is blondes have more fun. I know when my hair is of certain blonde or blondish kind of tones. A lot of people like those pictures a lot more than whenever I'm just in my natural hair color, all right? So I get it. There's probably a thing there. But you got to be mindful to check the spirit here, honey bun. Anybody listening under the sound of my voice, because you cannot go off aesthetic these days. My goodness. And how dare you if you did, right? Because that means you're doing you like that. Also, if you're not doing you like that, don't do somebody else like that. Also, why would you do anybody else like that if you don't do you like that? Make it make sense, rich guy or anyone doing that, okay? So sometimes it's really good to, perform that maintenance check just to make sure you're not perhaps found in some shallow aspect of psyche or personality, right? Or ideation, etc., etc. And, once you find perhaps, I'm not suggesting you should, right? Some evidence of some aspect of toxicity, just correct it. There's no need to attach shame and guilt and stigma and periods that end the whole entire life for eternity stuck in that proverbial cesspool of toxicity. No, I mean, if you're like receiving that kind of information, I need you to know it's coming from you to you. That ain't even anything to do with your spiritual guidance team at that point. Like, because that just doesn't even sound sensical, even in the realm of supernatural, right? That's not giving, okay? So don't fall for the hype. Also, don't be in charge of your own hype that you're falling for as well, right? So there's that. But I digress. I'm going to hit the bell for those that maybe came in since we had gotten started. And when we get back to this general collective message, of course, I'm going to hit in to the psyche of that rich guy, because I just want to make sure everyone's on up and up, okay? Because you know when anything could come out. My goodness. Tyrese, love and light to you, babe. So regarding the live stream rules, here's what happens. I ring the bell, right? And you guys are supposed to know what to do according to the live stream rules that are found in the description box below. And I'm not going to lie to you, babe. You have to scroll down, right? Once you get into that box, you got to scroll damn near till the end, because I got a lot of other things to share with the collective, all right? And all of that. So, if you don't want to go through all of that, and I get that, maybe you don't, right? You could also check the community page on the channel and scroll down, just a handful of times, I'm sure, because I don't really post too much over there, right? And I had a few days, maybe a couple weeks ago, posted the live stream rules the way that you would see it in the description box below as well. So between those two avenues, okay, whichever's your preference, I get it, different strokes for different folks, right? But check that, and then you will ask your question accordingly, I'm sure, because in order for me to answer that kind of question the way that you posed it, which is not according to the live stream rules, right, that wouldn't be a free question. So I don't want to assume, right? And I'd rather you just read the information and then tell me from there what you'd like to do. All right, let me know. Welcome, love and light to you. Okay. Alrighty. So, if we have anybody that's following along the live stream rules, right? So, Nick Gamer, you too, head on over to the description box, babe. It's right below every one of these videos, right? And you're gonna have to scroll down. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You gotta, you don't just hit it and then see it. But I've placed in all caps something to the effect of like live stream rules and a bunch of asterisks, those little star thingies. So you would look for that towards the bottom, or like I said, you guys head on over to the community page, and I posted a few days ago, okay, as it were, a screenshot copy of what's listed in that description box, just to make it easier for folks that were claiming they didn't understand where the description box was, right? And I get it, different devices, different formats, right? Different people. I'm trying to do my part to help you guys get your free tarot readings, because I'm excited to read your cards, and I'm here to gift out to you some love and light today, of course, right? But you guys do actually need to follow the rules in order for me to be able to do my part in that, okay? And hopefully, I'm rooting for you guys. I'm excited for you to do it, okay? All right. So if you read it, you just disregarded the entire second or third prompt there, Nick Gamer. You guys, if you're not reading the rules, everybody knows. So it's okay if you don't want to. You don't have to, right? But just don't expect a free tarot reading because it's not going to be what happens, all right? I want to read your cards. I also want you to read the rules so that you can allow for me to do what I came on to do. A lot more easier, you guys. Gone are the days where I want to work simply and solely hard. I like to work smartly, right? So there's that. And you know what? I get it. If you, if you don't want to, you really don't have to. I'm just asking if you have a question, read the rules so that you can submit it. Make sense? All right. Ooh, your crush is with a blonde lady. Ooh, eat me, how tawdry. All right, so let's get into what else might be going on. I'm gonna get down to the nitty gritty. Yeah, this person's like, listen, babe, we could have been a thing. They could have been very formally, right? I'm saying formally, not formerly, but it's given formally just the same. It's given, there's no more F's to give, all right, whether formally or formally, regarding this connection that, you know, again, they're leaving. They're like, this is outdated. This is expired, old news. I'm discarding. I'm leaving. So they actually, in case you wondered, I feel like you should have wondered, right? Ain't no homewreckers in the building. Makes sense. You should have really probably at certain points of the path wondered and maybe wanted confirmation of whether or not they would leave. It seems like if they haven't yet, they will be doing so in just a short few, I'm hearing to say. All right, so trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. All right, so that's double confirmation. Those people are done, divination or not, right? This person's efforts definitely are not going to be something that gets under this person's skin. Yeah, this person's looking at them as childish. They could even be looking at them as all talk or vice versa at this point, right? Like the soulmate might be so toxic that they're thinking, hey, you're cute when you fight back like that, but I know you don't really mean it. You're all talk as well. So that kind of felt like a dual-natured card. General collective makes sense. Referable to that all talk energy. And it does speak of being a silver-tongued devil. It does speak to being a big flirt. It does also speak to taking no kind of action, as well as being a player. Okay, so a lot energetically with that one. Okay, makes sense that it was coming out with dual context there, that all talk. Okay, so depending on who all I'm reading for, you know what you got going on here, honey bun, and can make sense of it if you should wish, right? Different aspects of this pie, or ingredients, dare I say, that we're baking up here, you know, may resonate, while others just should never, right? Make sense of it. Yeah, ending. You guys, that's literally the case. Look, it says ending, right? It says ending on the card. I know you can see that backwards AF, right? But it's literally what it says, okay? But guess what it says at the bottom here? You're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to let go and make a fresh start. This is literally what this rich guy, whether this is part of the collective member or not, is telling this person. Because they literally think that this person is all talk, like I just fucking channeled. I'm so serious. Wow. And I think part and parcel of this unclear energy, right? Like, I mean, I'm leaving was pretty strong. And, you know, maybe for a time or two, they were unclear whether or not they were going to actually officially sever, make the split, right? But with this up in the air energy at the bottom of the deck, it says not able to make solid plans. All right, it talks about being flighty and ungrounded. And look, escape underneath that. This person, I feel like, as this is going down, doesn't even know If the rich girl and the perhaps tarot reader, right, blonde or not, could be some significance to blue or light eyes as well, right? If they'll actually like stick out the storm, as it were, for this person, and again, this rich guy, right, to actually have the window of opportunity to really fully perform. I don't want to say exorcism, but I heard somebody say exorcism. That's not okay. Golly. We don't do petty, do we? But, you know, talking about that soulmate, I'm hearing battle axe. I don't even talk like that, you guys, so. Yikes. All right. And I get it. This person put you through. I mean, what did I channel? They tried to end you, ruin you, and your business. I get it, right? Maybe that's what you're calling this person nowadays, a battle axe. Okay, man, who am I to judge, right? But there's some aspect to, you know, whether or not this person is confident as to the foundation that maybe is currently still being built, or maybe could never really get off the ground because of, you know, positioning, as well as past life energy with this toxic soulmate. And this person definitely wants to escape. This person could actually see this blonde. So this rich guy, I keep saying this person, but this rich guy could actually be seeing blonde number one, the one, right? The one that's not the toxic soulmate, okay? The nice one. If anything, that's the one that should have like the bliss energy attached to it, but I digress. They could be looking at this blonde as some form of emotional escape. And see, that's why I got, let's just make sure we're all putting our best foot forward here, collective member or not, right? Because it's loving to check in and to perform, you know, preventative maintenance so that you don't go through any more fuck shit in love and in life than you've signed up for, perhaps, okay? So... Let me see what this person... I'm going to go to the Hidden Truth Oracle. Okay, hold on, you guys. All right. Okay. So what's the sentiment between the blondie number one, and this rich guy, whether guy, girl, what have you, we'll just say it that way. Okay. All right. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So this is what the messages coming through regarding either the collective member, if you subscribe as being the rich guy, or cross watcher, if you subscribe as being who I really want to lovingly term as the sweetheart, just to make sure your energy is not confused by anyone, yourself included, to that of the toxic soulmate. Okay. So this person at the bottom of the deck is saying, I'm afraid to contact you, this person, this blondie, right? The other cards coming out say, finding out the truth crushed me. We need to let each other go. I'm going to ask for clarification regarding, why am I grabbing this? I don't know, but yeah, need time to heal at the bottom of the deck. What is this? So maybe now I'm looking at this up in the air energy and I'm like, yeah, maybe because you walked away, perhaps, cross watcher. I feel like I'm all over the place with these energies, but I know exactly what's going on. It's weird. Maybe there's divination. Somebody does not want me to talk about that. That is so weird. But it could be because the energy of divination is so strong, because maybe there were more than one person utilizing it to spy. This person could have had a child with this karmic and thought, fuck, I gotta actually try to make this work. So, not to be triggering, and children are a blessing and a gift. I don't give a fuck whose kids they are, right? I'm not here to talk about anyone's anything, let alone their children, all right? So we're not doing that. But, and there is such a thing as, you know, having children with a karmic energy. Just saying. Okay. And so this finding out the truth crushed me. And you know, when this card comes out, this usually talks about, oh, the other person moved on perhaps, and blah 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 blah. I'm just not getting that this blondie here is the one that was pregnant producing kids. I also don't get that this blondie was necessarily tied down. I think they're just off in left field, as it were, being a good person. Okay. But I do see evidence, or dare I say, feel energy of, okay, this person, and again, going back to now this blondie number one, the blondie, right? Maybe there's some significance to blondie. It doesn't have to be the case. But anyhow, really placing a boundary and moving on. This person damn sure could be a reader, because the reason why I say that too is this is giving like high priestess energy, right? Like it's like, okay, you're messy over here, so wish you all the best. I'm gonna love and light you from afar and place this boundary up, okay? Maybe see you on the other side, right? And so that could have been part and parcel. Yeah, this person saying you are so damn special, but they know you let them go. I almost said divine one. Divine are you, right? Blondie number one. So this person's afraid to contact you, and that is part and parcel of the unclear up in the air kind of vibes. All right. So let's recap. Rich guy, not trying to fuck over blondie number one, in spite of perhaps already having done so by intentionally or not. I don't see how it wouldn't have been, but I'll be fair, and that's also a possibility. Asking you to place yourself in some form of third-party energy. We've got 4 of Wands and 2 of Cups. So for some, this is counterpart energy. Maybe that's why I keep saying blondie is the one, because it's the match, it's the counterpart, right? But I also say that because the 4 of Wands is coming out, okay, and that does talk about some level, measure of formality, connectivity, often, you know, even behind closed doors, right? Being formally connected, all right? And coupling that with the 2 of Cups, I mean, some readers even consider the 2 of Cups, I don't personally, but the Twin Flame card as well. So either way, all right, there's high significance to that of Twin Flame counterpart here. And, you know, whoever and who all ever has been waiting, because I gather it's kind of on both sides, perhaps, because you know what? High Priestess will walk away and will access denied all the live long day and night up, and unless and until the point of time where this person is an energetic match, irregardless of her having that supernatural knowing that that is my person. Okay, and that's just the long and the short of it. We're talking about the Knight of Pentacles here, and Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This person who maybe you know, didn't chase before, blondie number one, they're going to, when they kind of jump that hurdle, to the on the other side of you know, this fear factor, if you will. Maybe there's some significance to that show. I feel like it's an old show, but you know, with this energy of them being afraid to contact you, they most assuredly will be guided to do so. Okay, do see evidence of divine support with the connection, but right now current energies are giving 10 of Swords. Okay, this person could be cut up even just on the strength of whatever the karmic energy has or is putting them through, but rest assured divinity is supporting the connection, and this person will come in and say something. Would you like to know what this person may come in and say? Let me know in the comments. Love and light, Sky. Love and light, country love. Let me know in the comments. Do you give a fuck about what this person, whether a collective member or not, might have to say to Blondie? Because, you know, I don't have to care, right? It's not giving my story and just saying. You want to spill the tea, country love? All right, bet I'll do it. No worries. Let me just clean up here, because, you know, I don't want to half-ass it. If I got to spill it, I'll spill it right, okay? So what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to ring that bell. And for those that know what to do because you've read the live stream rules at least once in your life, right? Can go ahead and do so, right, to get your question answered for free during the live stream. All right. See here. Boy, oh boy, cards is talking today. Just saying, but do say so myself. Said trash and childish. Damn. Woo. Shoot, they talk about you know, hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn, but shit, man, mans can get it in too. You know what I mean? This man said, I'm taking out that trash. Maybe doing that in and of itself alone made them rich. How about that? Rich ain't always talking about money, you guys. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. Spilling the tea. I'll do it. That's all right. I don't mind. You guys, is it snowing where you're at too? I'm on the East Coast, so of course it's snowing, right? We got a whole snowstorm lasting well into the night. So I'm all bundled up. You might see me wearing even more later on. I'm not playing around. I'm not trying to catch that internal chill. You know what I mean? Got to turn around and sit on a heater. Like, damn. Just to thaw out from the middle, right? No, I'm literally joking, but said stay safe. I know that's right, because shoot, you sitting on heaters, that already sounds not so safe, right, Sky? I promise I'm joking, and please nobody go sit on a heater. All right, it was a joke, folks. Okay, even if you see me sitting on a heater later, it's still a joke. No, let me stop. I won't be sitting on a heater later, I promise. I'm feeling squirrely, you guys. And we got sexy tarot later. I might not even be ready because, you know, you guys, I get all excited about sexy tarot and then I can't even handle half the shit y'all are doing behind closed doors or in the open city, and I just go, wow, why did I set myself up for this? And by the end of it, y'all be wondering why she got so much blusher on. No, it's me blushing because I've not even had half of those experiences. And honey buns out of the collective will remain nameless that come to mind when I'm speaking on such energies. Just y'all know who you are. That's how strong that energy is, but I digress. I have the best collective, hands down. You guys are amazing. So no judgment, only love and light. I wouldn't even want the karma, but damn, some of y'all need to tame it down a little bit. When you taming some of them other beasts, right? Like y'all do. So we will be doing sexy tarot tonight. I didn't have it in me after, I want to say last night, but it was really this morning's live stream, wrapping up that freaking all signs. I gotta get faster, you guys. I don't know, you guys. I might, even when I do the sexy tarot, right? Hear me out. I might do like all of the elemental signs together, right? The suits of the signs, as it were, right? Because hear me out, 12 freaking readings, and you never know what all's going to come out. And, you know, even though it's like free live stream readings, I'm not trying to half-ass them. So I'm like, oh, we found this out. I don't want to be like, it's all right. We've already taken 5 minutes. I'll just, you know what I mean? Because I don't have that kind of heart in me. I always give you what I come to deliver, right? So it gets a lot of, you know, it gets pretty lengthy. It's a lot of time, okay? Kids gonna be wondering why they going to bed early. What time should we make it for you guys, since we're all talking about it? I mean, I don't care. What I don't want to do is come on in a time where it's not as opportune for you guys. Of course, I want you to come on and enjoy yourselves and hang out with me. That's for sure. We have a lot of fun during those sessions, don't we? But I digress. Let me, you guys, if your question has been skipped over, right, and you just either won't check the description box for the live stream rules, or you checked it and still don't want to play by the rules, you still won't get your question answered. So that's just the way it works, okay? Because I'm here doing my part, and all I ask is that you do yours just the same. And I get it. I'm not here like for just anyone, right? But I feel like, hear me out. I feel like if you stumbled across the channel, you should be welcome here. And according to, you know, my understanding, you are welcome here. And I hope that you stick around, and I hope that you enjoy yourselves, irregardless of whether or not you're answering, excuse me, if you're asking questions or reading the description box or not. Maybe you're just here to sit and take it all in. I invite you to do at least just that. All right, and you are welcome here nonetheless. But as far as the rules, you gotta play by them in order to get what you're here for. Perhaps makes sense. All right, and you know what? No hard feelings if you don't want to follow the rules. No worries. Just don't come for me when you don't have your question answered. Okay. All right, so let's see about Trell for country love. Okay, I like that name, Trell. What time do you guys want that live? Let's take a poll. Not that I'm pressuring anyone to come back. My goodness. You know, different strokes for different folks. Maybe somebody here, you know, really isn't here for that, okay? And that's why we have different types of lives, all right? I have a yes, okay, that is in Aquarius energy. Why would I say that, country love? Because it's the star card, all right? You know I got a blocker because YouTube rules, right? But I promise, not manipulating the cards. Oh, and I got the Lovers card, Gemini energy, perhaps, at the bottom of the deck, which also speaks to communication. So it's giving all systems go. It's a good sitch, right? It's good vibes. Okay. Regarding, let's see here, because I want to say regarding the intentions. Okay. Definitely giving romantic intentions. Okay. And cutting the deck to King of Cups, we're all also talking emotions. Okay, so that's also given a yes. Just saying there, country love. So, woo, okay. Don't let them find out about your flexibility. No, let me stop. Country love, you gotta come back for the sexy tarot so we could give you some pointers on some next steps and positions, perhaps. No, let me stop. But you guys know I love to get froggy during those live streams and just, you know, whatever comes out, raunchy as ever, we're just gonna take it as it comes. All right, no pun intended, but bump. So you feel like 7 p.m. is good, Eat Me, because of, or you're saying 10 p.m. my time. Okay. All right, who else is, okay, so 9. So, all right. You know what I think is, hey, hear me out, Eat Me. Well, I don't know if you want to place your sign into the chat, but if you do, I could try to not do that until about an hour into the live stream. And by that point, if I started at 9, you'd be coming in around 10 o'clock my time at least, right? Because I'll be on there for a while, no worries, right? Because hear me out, Eat Me. The only thing with that is I don't want to get too tired, you know what I mean? And I'm doing at least 6 readings the way that I'm going to do the elements, or if I'm feeling really froggy. And I've been trying to inhale Red Bull today, you guys. I don't know, I was tired after that last All Signs, though. I'm not going to lie, it takes a lot. I may start even just like at 8 p.m. my time, and I'm sure 2 hours into it, I'll still be on here, you know, doing whatever is going on, right? Oh, you're off today. That's nice. Yeah, I know there's a 3-hour difference. I know, babe, I know. I'm always mindful of it on a personal note as well. So I know. But you know, oh. Oh, and you know what? Cats, kittens, they can be, right? Such loving, they're definitely always majestical creatures, right? But they can be so loving. And that sounds like a pretty good deal, Eat Me, just saying, right? I'd probably prefer the cat at this right? Like if you had to pick between the two, it's not even given eeny, meeny, miny, mo, right? It's given just take the cat on in there and chill the fuck out, right? And the internet, you're set, right, babe? No, you know what, country love, you know what it is, if you ask me, that last Leo full moon, it seemed, I'm usually, quite sensitive of certain aspects, not all aspects, right, of beginning and end moon cycles, basically, those type of aspects of it. And it's like I started picking up like a day and a half before it was officially the full moon. And I feel like the energy is kind of just now starting to dissipate. So I don't know how to make sense of that. And again, I'm not really like an astrologer or astrologist. I wish I could say that I had all of that information under my belt one day, perhaps, right? Because I surely would be bringing it to you guys as well, right? But just energetically, it just seems like, and I don't know if, I'm not coming for Leos, and I got placements too, okay? But I don't know if it's just that energy that was just so heavy hitting, referable to change, standing ground, etc., as it were. I feel like both on the earth realm as well as in the spirit realm, standing ground. I don't know what all's going on. I know there's talk in the spiritual community of some war, and there may be even up to two that I'm hearing, depending on what star systems you are getting information from as far as the cosmos. So I just think astrologically there's been a lot going on, and we've been really doing our part beyond our capacity to understand all aspects, or maybe even, dare I say, all ramifications of what we've been engaging in. Of course, this life, I say it all the time, is far more spiritual than you might really understand, okay? Especially if you're just going off that naked eye type of lens, okay, or consciousness. We're really talking consciousness here. But I just thought, on top of what I've already stated, and then that live stream, I thought, let me really ease myself into the morning. Like I said, you guys, I didn't get up and moving until like around like 9:30. It's fairly late for me. And I thought, let me just set myself up for a good evening by getting all of the, to-do list done, right? Crossing my T's, dot my I's, and then I can come on here and just relax between sessions, right? So that's the plan. But I feel you there, country love, on the energy. And you know what? There has been, it's funny you say about, sense of smell, but you're talking about food. Yes, I have been going through that as well. It's almost likened to that of pregnancy. And we did just do our twin flame message just yesterday. So those that are subscribed to that, I would like to know if you too, like Country Love and I have already stated, have been experiencing, maybe even like sensitivities to food, but the smells and all of that. The only thing I could liken it to is the feeling that I had experienced during my time of pregnancy. Just, it was really, it's like, what the smell is. Why is it like trying to kill you, right? Kind of thing. It's like, it's not even that serious, but still your whole like senses are reactive in like the most heightened ways, right? You're almost uncomfortable with it. And like you said, nausea, definitely does come to mind as part and parcel of that. So I don't know exactly what's going on. And really, quite frankly, I haven't taken the time to check in on that. I guess maybe I should have. But like I said, guys, I was easing into my day. There was no super early start because I think we were on, well after midnight with that last live stream, you guys. And I figured my collectives shouldn't be scrambling out of bed the next day after that as well. And I didn't want to come on here without you guys. Makes sense. So there's that. Yeah, you know what, Sky, every time there's like an aspect of we had talked about, you know, like crystals in the skin and things like that. I always think of you. I'm like, okay, like, and it's good, you guys, to some level and degree to talk about these things. This is also why I'm very protective of my collective and the spaces that we share together, because, you know, this is not necessarily information that you should just be like casually having at the workplace cooler, right? But, you know, or maybe, you know, with Aunt Sarah, or, you know, someone like that. But it is nice to be able to talk about some aspects of, you know, ascension symptoms, etc., right? So that you know you're not the only one, and you know, you're not going crazy kind of thing, because, you know, the world is so unkind. Of course they would direct you there towards that ideation firstly, you know what I mean? Yes, guys, definitely knowledgeable about certain aspects of ascension, referable to body symptomatology, that's for sure. Okay. And you know, I too find that I can't eat just anything just because I thought I wanted to, right? Sometimes I do understand that that's also like my higher self, and maybe, dare I say, my spiritual guidance team lovingly directing me. Okay. But please, you guys, listen to your body right now. Not in the sense of, oh my gosh, was that a pin in a doll somewhere? No, but in the sense of like, what's my body telling me? Is it stressed? Should I actually stretch out my calf muscle? How? I didn't think to do that for the past 13 years. Yeah, that's why your calf's screaming, sir. That's why you've been limping, right? Yeah, you thought it was sciatica. No, stretch. Okay. And then you don't even have the sciatica anymore. Just saying. Okay. So, you know, things like that. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying what works, right? Exactly. Sugary, all of the crap that, you know, of course, um, we have at one point in the path known and loved, perhaps, right? And especially those understanding that you grew up on that junk, right? It's kind of disheartening because you're like, man, why do we have all of this? I was a kid. I didn't know it led to this. It just tasted good, right? Kind of thing. And then you're looking at the adults like, oh my gosh, like they just couldn't help themselves, I guess. So here we are, right? Things like that. And of course, black sheep energy and generational curse breaker energy comes to mind, right? And this is also, I love this because you guys, we get to come on here and communicate. I love this. All right. Now, let me see here. I think what we're doing is we're going to go head on into the psyche of this person, but I want to be sure that we did not have somebody skipped over. I think we're good, so I can continue and get us to keep. Yes, absolutely no pork. Absolutely no pork. That shit will. And you know what is crazy? I'm sure you could tell by looking at me. I used to eat it every fucking day, right? Every day. Ham and bacon, bacon and ham. Don't be that one, okay? If I do say so myself. And again, you guys, I'm sharing because I care, right? You know, take the advice with a grain of salt if you'd like to, but I really wholeheartedly intend to come on here and only offer up what I am certain works. So there's that, okay? But let's get into, I want to get a message from this rich guy to this girl who maybe, you know, Blondie might have been waiting a while to be able to hear what they're going to hear, or something to the effect, right? You guys, we're really not honing in on specific words, but the sentiment, right? Unless and until we're honing in on specific words as the channeling or spirit leads, right? So there's that. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, that is not what I'm looking for. Where is my deck, bruh? Where is it? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Wait, hold on. Oh, I have moved my decks around too much, you guys. too much. I'm feeling it. All right, well, I'm not finding the deck I'm looking for, so... Wait, hold on. This might be it. Nope. Nope. Fuck. These messages? No. Where is that? My goodness. Huh. Alright, maybe they just don't want me to use it. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. I'm going to take a look at the romance angels as well, get some guidance. So this person, from the jump, right? Here we go spilling the tea. One of the very first things that they want to say to you out the gate, Blondie, right? We're talking about that Blondie #1, right? This is the end. I did it. It's giving I did it. I moved on. I ended it. It's ended. All right. I'm not talking about from this rich guy to Blondie #1, but about that toxic karmic soulmate energy. Who may also, let's recap, may also be a blonde. Okay. So that's one of the very first things you're going to hear out of them. Now this person, this rich guy, okay, this collective member, perhaps, doesn't have to be the case. The energy is all over. So pick where your part in it is. Okay. Is going to say about how, you know, you make them perhaps want to break a cycle referable to the way that they always loved. I want to put air quotes with that because this person probably is learning through your existence in their pathway more about love and actually like the actual love. All right, not just, well, I said it, okay, but actual love. And this person could also, I'm getting to say, the fact that you, Blondie #1, the one, walking away actually made this individual know that they know that they know, right? Like they were already like, oh, that one, you know, I should have this with kind of vibes, all right? But then again, for many of you here, there was a child involved at some aspects of the path, all right? With that karmic soulmate, like karmic individual. And this could be part and parcel of them diving in and out of relationships. And remember, I said, I want to make sure, of all things, interesting that I said, I want to make sure that this rich guy isn't just hopping from one to the next, right? Like this one's done and wrapped up all pretty with a bow. Next, right? Because sometimes, you know, they make cards about it. It's really a thing. People actually do that shit where they just go from one relationship, one bed to the next, right? In some guise of safety, dare I say familiarity, all right? And of course, part and parcel of that is karmic lessons. And sometimes you make babies with some of them. Karmics, makes sense, as part and parcel of the lessons. So this person, you know, Blondie #1 could have also upheld a boundary because they knew that this person was in player energy of some form or measure, or at least in some energy that's falling under the toxicity aspect, okay? This person was pretending to be someone else, and Blondie, with her intuitive ass, right, could have picked right up on that. Again, that the female who is Blondie, right? The one, damn sure giving High Priestess energy. I'm just saying. Can't get around it. Whether blonde or not. Cannot get around that. All right. So this person's going to tell you, please be patient with me. And they're going to say, I understand that you and I also have a spiritual connection. Also, I can't get over you. But because of possible divorce or just the fact that this karmic tried to essentially unalive not only this person energetically, spiritually, maybe physically, but also business-wise, all right? That's a lot of wounding to lick, proverbially. Hopefully not literally, right? So this person needs time to heal aspects of heart space, perhaps, all right? Rich guy, whether that's you or on the part of the person that you know, but they're not currently ready to just hop into, and this might be as a result of growth here, hopping into you know, another situationship with you, but they want to reach out. They say, you know, there's still some level of measure of uncertainty, and they feel like, you know, they probably can't really give you what you need. They're going to express to you, I thought maybe what we had was just a fling, but something about you, something about me, something about us lets me know that our story isn't over yet. Okay, there could be some other aspects of secrets and deception that maybe you weren't privy to, in spite of being in operating out of high priestess energy. But this person's going to say, you know, I miss you, and you know, if they were the one that walked away and not you, or this could be a shared sentiment, walking away because essentially overwhelmed with all the fuck shit. You know, and so I mean that it's giving makes sense. Okay, not the greatest type of story or truth to share, but this person seems to be operating in a level and measure of authenticity, this rich guy, right, towards this blondie, whether that's you or not. And they want to tell you, Blondie, the Blondie, right, that you make them want to be a better person. And they're going to express to you how they, in their former selves type of energy, you know, going for that particular type of female, perhaps, right? Stuck in their old ways, perhaps, you know, it led them down a karmic path. Okay. And they also, with that, it was just a fling energy coming out, now pairing with the I gave into temptation, could be expressing to you that, you know, especially if you guys were already on a break of sorts, right? You were already Blondie number one, challenging this rich guy to kind of get their ish together beyond that of the pentacles, perhaps, right? You know, this person's going to say they gave into temptation, you know, and thought that maybe they could get away with it, and then it just had to lead towards something more formal, or something that couldn't go away so fast, if at all, because again, a child was born out of this situation. Okay, they're saying, I wish I could take it all back. It's like, I know better now that I've learned the lesson, right? And this could have been part and parcel why there was some severability between you, Blondie, the Blondie, right, and this rich guy who might be on the part of the collective, right? A collective member. But this person, they're going to know whether they express this to you, and they very well may eventually, right? That you're the love of their life. Okay, they knew that for a while now. They're still kind of coming up saying, I don't really know what I want, because they're scared. They don't know exactly how you feel. And what they do know, most assuredly, is that you know that they try to, in some level or measure, run game on you, Blondie. You know, maybe trying to make it seem like, no, things are going to end between me and karmic soulmate Blondie so damn fast. And then you're like, what do you mean you turn around and now there's a baby? Right, you know, things like that. They could have, you know, just been really in some low vibes when you met them, and maybe, you know, you do subscribe to being walking karma, as it were. Makes sense. Okay, that you would come in and be expected to cross a person's path like this to help essentially learn and grow their soul, right? But there's perks in this. So no need to feel scorned in any way, because the divine's not going to have you be walking karma without perks. And perks could damn sure include this person actually being the better person that you inspire them to be, Blondie, right? Or vice versa, in case the energies are swapped here, collective member. And I don't see any problem with that, because otherwise life's kind of boring if you have no stimulus, right? And at least it wasn't such to the point where, you know, you can't come back from this should you choose, right? So, you know, we did check their hidden truth here, babe. This rich guy, whether a collective member or not, is going to come back around and give you communication that's coming in quite authentically. All right. And still, dare I say, romantically, which reminds me, I did say that I would, and so I will consult the Romance Angels deck regarding this before we get to names and chart placements and close out the session for this reading. Okay. All right. Yeah, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, you know, you're being guided. I feel like Whether I'm reading, talking to, or about you, collective member, or cross watcher here, I mean, the sentiment's the same. This is something that in your heart of hearts, it's giving possibility because authentically, there is care and concern there for each other, you know, in sum and totality, not even just in the sense of, you know, who are you sleeping with? No, it's, you know, it's giving, if anything, like, how are you? How can I help? And, you know, how can we work together? It's really beautiful energy. Oh, she was a toddler. My goodness, eat me. So we got calling in your soulmate. So this is confirmation in case you wondered. And see how from one soulmate to the next, it can be a whole host of difference, right? One soulmate, we're literally having to stamp karmic on their energy, blonde as they want to be, and the next blonde soulmate, right, has got wings sprouted with a halo, right? And a bunch of hearts swirling around. Still soulmates. So you got to be mindful not to be tricked by labels, right? Just because somebody wants to suggest to you that they should have a label like soulmate or twin flame does not mean necessarily that they're not saying those things to be quite manipulative. It does not mean, all right, that that's literally truth. And so it's very important, collective, that you understand how to check in and utilize your own intuition, right? That spirit of discernment, okay, to really get beyond words, because people will give you words all day and all night, right, and not mean a lick of them, even if they really make sense, okay. Could be they mapped it out that way, makes sense, but energy don't lie, right? Makes sense. Discernment, right? Discernment and perspective are key here, okay. Also be mindful to remove the rose-colored glasses unless they're prescriptions, just saying, because they're not going to help. All right. I say that with love and light, of course, and because I care. I'm not word cursing. It's just what I know. Ask me how I know. But you guys, whoever's resonating with this, you're calling in your soulmate. And speaking of affirmations here, it says your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. And speaking of prayers, affirmations, and visualizations, please and thank you watch The Secret so you can know exactly what the angels are talking about, referable to whom all ever I'm reading for that are actively, whether intentionally or not. Should be intentionally, though. It gets so much better, faster, and more beautiful if it's intentionally. They're working the very steps, the very tools of you know, manifestation that are found within that hour and a half video or movie, okay. And if you don't like movies, read the book, okay. That's going to take longer than an hour and a half, though. Just saying, I don't know how much time you have, but this is giving true love, babe. All right, this is the romance of a lifetime. Now, you guys, what do you want? Should I do the OG letters and chart placements deck? Should I do the new names deck, or should I do both regarding who all may be connected to this reading, whether on the part of the collective member or on the other part of, or either of the other two individuals connected to this? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section. I'm also going to go ahead and ring the bell just to make sure there weren't any stragglers in the back, all right, as it were, that maybe have a question, shoot into the chat box, of course, according to the live stream rules. Makes sense? Is it half and half? All right, so that's both. All right. I love this. It's so interactive today. You guys, for the creators on YouTube, it's kind of like the epitome of the feeling of putting on like a one-man puppet show, as it were, and all you can see is just you actioning it out. You're like, hopefully this is hopefully this is making sense, right? I mean, don't get it wrong. I see you spiritually, but you know, it's not like I got your little block here with your Chestershire grins and stuff, you know, beaming back at me. Just me here. So it's just a weird feeling. I don't know, I just thought I'd talk about it. All right, let's see here. Um, so, so you know what? It's funny, Sky, and I promise you I'm not like kidding you about this or making it up. Um, I was driving. I think it was early today. I was driving. And you know, anything can be a form of meditation, right, you guys? So like washing the dishes, vacuuming, right? Hell, taking a shit, right? Anything can be meditation, all right? And especially when you're in those natural states or just, you know, able to even perhaps put yourself in some form of autopilot mode, you go places, right? And so, Sky, I'm saying all this to say this was the scene referable to earlier today, whereby I got the download. Um, I don't want to say that I got the download specifically from Lenny. All right, there's a couple different ways that I can connect, right? Not that I'm necessarily milling about intentioning to connect always and in always when these instances happen, but I was driving, so hear me out. Okay. So I'm always like praying for my collective, covering my collective. I'm very protective of my collective. And again, like Country Love and I, and maybe somebody else, you know, here was talking about the energies being, you know, and I know what I'm going through and what I'm facing and what I'm overcoming, right? And I'm always mindful of that because again, we're all connected. So if there is some aspect of spiritual warfare, right, intentioning that I should get involved, I'm not unmindful that it could be because of collective energies changing, shifting, needing assistance, etc. All right. So I'm often meditating over, you know, not just what I got going on, but the collective. And Sky, you came to mind, and I wondered, you know, why hadn't I heard from Lenny in a while, right? I know you're always very passionate about connecting to him and things like that. And I get that, okay? Um, but I did get a download, and I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to like be harsh or rude or even blunt, okay? And this is also why I'm taking time to explain how I was driving, etc., so that you know, with all seriousness, this is my experience, okay? And this happened just a few short hours ago, really. And I just got this download that Lenny is not going to expend energy that doesn't make sense. Okay. Um, I'm not really exactly sure what all Lenny has to do to get messages through here. And maybe even in, especially probably in some of the specific ways you've requested messages come through. Okay. And what I can tell you is that I don't expect personally, all right, because I had recently, just hours ago, I mean, I know energy's fluid, right? That he should come through with any kind of mediumship specific message, because the sentiment is that what more should he say or do? Okay. And I say that with love. All right. That's not me injecting my, you know, 2 cents into the matter. That was the download. Okay. And it's funny because I had no idea you'd come back on here and then say that. I mean, I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably not, but I won't ever say never, right? Um, but you know, I can tell you that the sentiment is that, you know, it's just getting what more. I mean, you can have a blueprint and you can spackle it up on the wall and call it wallpaper all you want, but unless and until you understand and work that blueprint, even if it's referable to faith alone, right? It's just, I don't get that he should, you know, be expected to go above and beyond what already quite specifically has been repeated to you about the way that you view your self-worth, the way that you view your capabilities, the way that you will and will not do certain things, right? And I say that because I'm the messenger, not because, you know, I am projecting any kind of ideation onto you. I will be fair and say, let's consult the cards, okay? But I'll be honest, Sky, I haven't talked to Lenny in a while. And I'm not calling him in because I don't do that, right? Like, I'm not, I can connect, okay, when it's the appropriate time. But I'm not calling spirits in left and right. I open the channel purposefully and pretty intentionally during certain windows of opportunity, and other than that, I've got my own boundaries up. So maybe that's part of it as to why it's been many moon cycles since I've heard specifically from him, and or dare I say interacted with him. And I wouldn't lie to you about that, babe. If he came and said something, and look, I gotta know. I'm so sorry, babe. I don't, I'm not picking on you. I'm rooting for you, as I always have, Sky. Right? From day one. And Lenny, too. Okay? So that's what I have, babe. Hopefully you join and hang out, have fun, maybe ask about some new love on the way. This life is still not over for you. And so you still are Master Manifester, unless and until you sabotage the crap out of the situation and believe otherwise. And that's your free will. I know, because I've prayed about it. Okay, so I'm not here to strong arm you to help yourselves, but I am here to guide you if you should find yourselves wanting to do all aspects of the work. I will be here rooting for you every step of that process. That's anybody. You're very welcome, Sky. Love and Light Leanne, you guys, if I skipped over, did not read your reading, it's because you didn't follow the live stream rules. Okay. Here's the sitch, though. They're found in the bottom of the description box. Maybe I should say it that way. You guys got to scroll, right? But it's in all caps, I promise. If you don't want to scroll that much, I get it. I've gone ahead and placed the live stream rules somewhere over on the community board. You might have to shuffle 3 to 5 times over there, right? I don't post that much, you guys, but it was a few short days ago that I did post the, or maybe a week or two ago. My days and nights running together. Can you tell? But I digress. What's time anyways? But you guys, please and thank you, follow the live stream rules so that you can get your free tarot reading. I'm not here to not read your cards, but I am here for you to play along the live stream rules so that I can go ahead and give you your gift. My goodness. I love to give gifts. All right. So you would click on the 3 dots. I don't know that you would click on my name, babe. Down below, there's either like a hyperlink in blue saying the word more, perhaps, or there's like white dots, 3 dots that look like 3 periods that are usually at the end of a sentence next together. And you would open that up. Clicking on the name, I think that just takes you to the home page of the channel. But if you click on the, it's going to say like, once you do click to the channel, it's going to say like videos, and then it's going to say like live streams, and then you got to scroll over, okay, from right to left to pull out, I know it's a YouTube thing, I can't do anything about it either, but to pull out the community tab, click on that word community, and it should take you to the community board, and from there you can scroll down or up, right? And you know what, I apologize, we don't have any moderators on, and I'm not able to, you guys, as the creator, this is so crazy, right? I'm literally the one saying, hey, let's go live. And once I do that, I can't type anything into the chat box. So I can't even help you guys out by being like, bah, 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 bah. This is that. So I need you guys to know, I tried my best to give you more than one option to find the live stream roles, because I'm mindful that, you know, maybe one way might not work according to one kind of device versus that of the other, right? So, you know, it is what it is, babe. Hopefully, you know, I'm rooting for you to find the official live stream rules and or for a moderator perhaps to join us, but I digress. I think we're probably just going to get a message from somebody here and close out the session so I can go prep for the sexy tarot, because now that we talked about that, that's a thing, right? But let's see what else comes out here regarding love messages. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to do what you guys asked. Hold on. I played catch up. No worries. So we're going to do both of these decks, half and half, right? After I said I don't want to half-ass the read, I got to do half and half. Shh. No. Don't tell anyone. We're half and half-ass in the read. I'm just joking. I got the whole deck here. No worries. We're not doing halvesies, but we'll do both. How's that? Okay. And thank you guys for even participating in the chat box, because I love when it's interactive. I really do. So again, it's not just like me with my own kind of inner monologue, as it were. All right. Oh, you know what? We can't even blindly do this, right? Oh, shit. Hold on. Damn. We cannot even blindly do this. You know why? We've got 3 people. I just realized that. It's too many people. So we're going to have to really split it up. I just want to make sure I do. Okay, we've got all the cards. Just. All right. So we're going to say, we'll try it this way. I've never really done this before, but let's just go with it. We're going to say, you know, who is the initials of, or chart placement, or names of, or the first, middle, or last, the person on the part of the collective. Now, forgive me if the energy's flipped a little wonky, because I've never done this before. And we've got 3 different people that we're trying to pull off with some specifics, okay, out of the same pot of energy, if that makes sense. So be mindful, you know, if they match up a little differently and they came out and you know they match, oh, utilize that intuition, babe. But right now, you guys, we are trying to check for confirmation for who is from the collective, right? Not that you shouldn't already know this is you, but here we go. Like, don't you know? No, let me stop. All right. So we got Libra chart placement at the bottom of the deck for the person in this triangle. We'll call it that, right? So this is in confirmation or explanation of who this rich guy energy, whether guy, girl, what have you, might be. We've also got Leo, Aries, and Virgo chart placements here, okay, as added confirmation. Somebody could have ties to Jehovah Witness. Does not have to be the case. But we do have J, we do have O, and we do have H coming out. Whether that's first, middle, or last name, initials on the part of the collective member. Okay. Now, we're going to check the names deck. Same deal, still on the collective member, just to see. You know, whether you just signed on, or you're signing on tomorrow. No, let me stop. Or you've been here as my A1 day 1 or not. This is the intention. All right, let me see. This deck does not necessarily want to fly out often. It's interesting. So, all right. So we've got JT, AJ, Mandy, David, Dennis, Bruce, Star. Actually, that might be Stan. Star or Stan. Jane. Dennis, Chanel. I also heard Chantal. Emily, Bethany, Chandler, Lester, Julia, Bea, Beth, Jasmine, Lenny. Sorry, that might be Lonnie. Lenny or Lonnie, sorry. Priya, Sarita, James, Gabriel, Birdie, Zoe, Liz. I'm hearing Lizzie, not Liz, though. Kate, Angel, Floyd, Pete, Jack, Daniel, Carol, Carrie, Willie, William, Eric, Erica, Courtney, Eddie, I'm sorry, what is that? Jocelyn, Jane, Max, Ernesto. Last one. Walker, Kiki, Scott, Dan, Jeremy, Jack. Okay, so again, rich guy, right? Could be guy, girl, what have you. So hence the difference in the names, right? But you guys, sometimes the names come out as being individuals that are connected to either the individual I'm intending to read for, or the flip-flop or reverse of that, whichever is more aptly stated. Now, let's move on to karmic, right? Karmic Blondie. Whoa. We got Libra coming out again, interestingly enough. We've got Virgo coming out. We've got D at the bottom of the deck. G, C, B, M, S. Could be some significance to the 1970s. Doesn't have to be the case. But BGs come to mind, right? We've got M and L, okay? And Gemini at the bottom of the deck regarding that toxic karmic soulmate. All right, let's see what the names are. Referable to same energy, you guys. All right. So we've got Sophie. We've got Fiona. We've got Justina. We've got Wendy, Sia, Zara. I'm also hearing Zahara, Melissa, Millie, Bethany. Could be some significance to the singer, Sia, as well. Donna, Harper, Addie, Adri, Brenda. Oh, shoot. All right. So let's see. Lastly, certainly. Oh, wait. Hold on. Still in the karmic. Terry, Betsy, Susanna. Excuse me. Oh, Susanna. Shoot. Somebody could also go by the name Dee Dee, Brittany. Ooh, hello. Who is that? Rachel. High key significance to Rachel. Somebody could also be named Tamara, Crystal, Trisha. All right. So that's what I have regarding that that toxic karmic soulmate, right? And now lastly, we're going to get to Blondie, the one, the Blondie. All right. Okay, we've got Libra coming out again. God, you know what that could easily mean? High key significance to past life energy. This person could have been a karmic that tried you in more than one lifetime to be thwarted off the mission of being together. This connection or connectionship, dare I say, is far more spiritual than you might realize. We've got P. I'm also hearing the name Penelope. We've got M. Somebody could be military police. Doesn't have to be. I'm hearing Maisie. All right. We've got H. I'm hearing I'm so sorry if I'm butchering it. It's like Halea. Halea. All right. I'm looking at F. Okay. Didn't really come out though. So hold on. Let me see. We've got A. We've got Leo chart placements coming out for Blondie V1. Looking at the F again. It doesn't want to come out though. Ah, shit. Okay. Well, we've got M and Sagittarius sort of kind of at the bottom of the deck. We've got Virgo chart placements coming out, as well as LG. Somebody can have an LG phone or work for LG. Doesn't have to be the case. We've got SK as well as O. And if I didn't say so already, M at the bottom of the deck. For the Blondie, the sweetheart, I'd like to call her. And so let's see about these names for said individual as well. Gosh, this is a lot. I didn't expect that. All right. Emily, Bethany, Maddie, Ellen, Evan, Ellie, Bertha. I'm hearing Maddox, BB, Nellie, Malika, Ruby. Did I say Millie? Millie? I think I channeled Millie, but I see it. Okay. Pippa. All right. Who am I missing? Riley. So sorry. I knew there was. April. I don't know if I said Mimi. I feel like I did, but if I didn't. Mimi. Shay. Chantal. Adrian. Adriana. Macy. Julia. Reba. Jasmine. Oh. Bella. There's that name, Penelope. Heaven. Diva. Liv. Miriam. All right. And that's what I have. Hopefully that resonated with all that tea spilt. Got a little crazy. All right. It was all over the place if you ask me, but here we go. I just said his first name. That's crazy. Okay. And your cat is Penelope. Oh yes, Penelope. Oh my gosh. I'm glad the names are resonating, you guys. I channeled most of them, and I'm like, I don't know these people. A couple of them I had to like Google to be like, is that a name? So there's that. Oh my goodness. Did I ring the bell? All right, any stragglers in the back? Okay, I got a question. Who got a question? You got a question? I got a question. You got a question? Who got a question? Oh, Leanne posted. My goodness. Thank you, Country Love. Caught me slipping. Let me see about Leanne. Let me see about Leanne. Is Jay still with his baby's mother? Let's find out. Right, that is a good question, right, Leanne? Like, that's what the hell? And we got third party, yes. Okay. Baby mama drama. And with this magician card, I'm just kind of getting like, definitely trust your intuition, because you have some sort of spiritual backing. Makes sense. And you know, with that kind of level of intuitive pressure, or dare I say protection, it means that, you know, you're no small stuff, babe. So just remember that, especially next time you're looking to choose a suitor, whether they got a baby mama or not. Okay. All right. And you guys, we got Sexy Tarot. He told you no, right? He told you no so that he could keep shit, so that he could, you know how some guys like to eat cake right? And also other things while they're eating cake. You see what I'm saying? It's the old crab bucket mentality, right? Like you accept these breadcrumbs. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna have cake while you're chewing on these crumbs, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna tell you, you should be grateful for these crumbs, right? Like, ugh. Manifest with that power that you got there someone better, because that guy's not giving. All right. You could even actually get an apology on the other side of raising that kind of boundary that you should most assuredly raise, which gives access denied, because they're going to be all like, no, 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 no. Let's stay connected. We can work through it. Yeah, look at this shit. We can work through it together, right? I'll be better next time around. And the whole time, this fucking Seven of Cups keeps wanting to stay in this player's energy, which means he keeps options hidden unto you, moon energy, until now. But you guys, now that you know, when you know better, you can do better. All right, choose you in love and in life first, so that you don't have to question whether or not anyone else around you, lover, friend or not, is choosing you. You just already know, these are my people, but not this one, right? And so it just gives you a better footing in love and in life all the way around, right? Okay, let me see here. Lama Dolly and Aisha, I see you. All right, let me see here. Aisha, let's see about Chris. Let's see about Chris. So we got a yes, right? But I'm also looking at this mental aspect, and I'm wondering, like, okay, if you're asking, perhaps Aisha, Chris didn't hit you up last night, like the card said, probably even with this specific card. If I recall correctly, forgive me if not, babe, right? I really thought that card came out when you asked that question the last time. But what I don't like is and this particular swords energy card really talks about like missing out or thievery, right? And so I'm just getting that, if what happened last night, I'm not saying this should be the case, hopefully it's not, is that Chris didn't in fact reach out last night. And you know that that's true. And you also know simultaneously that what's also true is that you kind of sat there and waited, and you really almost held your breath about it, and you expected it such to the point where, like, maybe even took a hard pause in your evening to check the phone, to check the time. Okay, that kind of shit, that mental space will definitely get in the way of anything inclusive of manifested love looking to come in, because again, and I can't say it enough, this is why I tell you guys, watch The Secret. You are, whether you are intending to do so or not, and this is why I'm lovingly just trying to offer up this clarity for you in protection, not in judgment of you, right? For you to actually create energy that the universe will have to respond to. Okay, now maybe the universe at some point has or will decide that Chris no longer, because as you move up in ascension and you kind of understand your worth way more, right? Maybe Chris energetically, vibrationally, at a frequency level, because energy is everything, this life is much more vibrational, perhaps, is more aptly stated than just simply and solely spiritual, then you might realize, especially utilizing that naked eye energy, right? And so the universe doesn't really give so much care and concern to simply and solely words, right? But it's also referable to the energy that you are in when you are utilizing the words, especially if you are intending or not intending to cast a spell. And that's why we call spelling out words spelling, because your words can produce things, and they're often an after effect of your thoughts. So thoughts produce words, and words produce things. For instance, inventions comes to mind. The internet we're using was somebody making a mental process decision and or channeling some sort of perhaps divinely guided inspiration, to enable all of us now to utilize and connect with the internet and ourselves. Okay, makes sense. So you really have to be mindful, even if this isn't about love, even if this isn't about Chris, to really pay attention to what you are saying, thinking, and feeling, especially in the recesses of your mind, or dare I say the subconscious level, because that would be maddening to find out that you hadn't checked, and because you hadn't checked, you were running some form of old software programming in that super brain computer of yours, which really at a subconscious level told the universe repeatedly, time and time again, in spite of your intention or not, that you're not ready for love, that you're fearing love, that you are not worthy of Chris or any kind of Chris, right? And so unless and until you really dive deep, babe, and anyone listening to this making sense of it, and I'm not, we've all been there. Like, I literally had to do and sometimes have to do this stuff as well, right? But I'm only offering you the truth of the matter because it's the truth of the matter, right? And the cards are also backing it up, okay? This should not be in your energy, let alone your mental space, okay? Especially if you are manifesting anything, but also inclusive of love. Okay, it really has to do with, you know, what your core beliefs are about you, your capability, and be mindful just the same that what those core beliefs are really simultaneously beliefs, whether you intended it or not to be the case, about divine, the divinity that backs you, as well as the divinity within you. All right. And of course, the divine's going to use our heart space, you know, our love, our lovers, our wallets, our pentacles, right? And the way that we feel and place worth onto things and self to assist us in learning and growing our soul, such to the point where we realize we could ask on our next live stream about Chris, but you know what? After this level measure of growth and the way I just love the fuck out of myself, and I realized Chris kind of left me hanging, I realized Chris isn't even the top candidate. And then you go, oh, I get it now. My guides were keeping me from Chris. Wasn't even about my worth. Whole time you were thinking it was you, but you might not find that, or find it truthful if you're not able to connect the dots to wrap your head around what's going on in your subconscious, perhaps. And I'm not here to project onto you, honey bun, or anyone listening to this, that that's literally and or solely the case. But what if, okay? And if you know you haven't been checking in, and if you know you haven't really been rocking with yourself, firstly, such to the point where you've you know, even cared about your day before you wondered about what Chris was doing and when he would call, unless and until you get into that energy, dare I say, lifestyle of self-love, you're not even being fair to Chris by asking him to come in and do what? Fix everything all by himself? And even if he could, isn't that keeping you in a weaker state than what you ought to be, right? Even if mentally. Okay. And again, we're here to learn and grow our souls, not just date Chris's, right? Not just ride off into the sunsets with Sarah's, right? You know, just make it make sense, however, you know, and use the tag words or names, however, right? But my goodness, you guys, it's high time in this new earth energy you're rocking with you, and you understand on an unapologetic level exactly the benefit of doing just that, okay? In spite of any Chris, Tom, Dick, Harry, Marcia, or Kate. Just saying, all right? So that's what I have. Let's go on ahead over to Llama Dolly. Love and light, you guys. Really appreciate you hopping on. All right, let me see here. Okay, let me see here. Well, if they're gang, you know what I mean? Probably, but let me... I'm glad you understand, Aisha. Much love and light to you, babe. Yeah, he didn't call. I get that. I wondered. It's funny. I don't know if you were on the call, or I say call because I'm usually on Zoom. I don't know if you were on the live stream at the moment that I was speaking with Sky, but I did have some prayer time regarding you as well, Aisha and Chris, because I think really, quite frankly, you know, if I do say so myself, I feel like on the other side of maybe some personal growth. And I don't say it like, you know, something's wrong with you or that you're broken, but I'm just saying, you know, once you actually put in that work towards investing in yourself, all right, you really start to you can't help it, babe. Just try, right? You can't help but to actually love yourself all the more harder, and you're less likely to place yourselves in precarious positions and or unrequited lover situationships or even friendships. You're just like, this isn't giving, it's taking, it's hurting, and I deserve so much more. Thank you, next, in love and in light, right? And as you should, if and when you do get yourself there, okay, if that's applicable. Okay, but you guys, book a reading if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty as to whether or not somebody's for you and why. We can take a look at that, of course, a lot more closely. Personal readings are open. I have yes with the star card here. Who am I speaking to? I'm so sorry. I know who it is, but I forgot the name. I almost said Dalai Lama, but it's Lama Dolly, right? You may want to sage your space or put black salt around the perimeter, because I'm literally expelling lower density energy referable to those neighbors, those villains, probably more aptly stated. But let me just see here about that second thing too, because I just want to be sure. Yeah, that's a yes on all accounts here, babe. Could be a lot of significance to nighttime activity. As well. I see that in the cards. It's you? Why would you out yourself like that? What do you... Wait, am I misunderstanding what you're saying? So I checked about the abuse as well as the... at the speaking code, right? For your neighbors, not for you. So I'm not sure what you're saying to you. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I was like, why would you out yourself? Like, that's... So the timing of that, babe. All right. Lama Dolly, right? And so I did check on that, referable to all aspects, because initially I thought, okay, with the star card coming out in yes, off the cuff, I kind of intuitively took that as on all accounts, but I was mindful to check. And even at one point, the Ace of Swords, which is like the most truthful, clear yes for me as a reader I could receive, specifically coming from Archangel Michael, makes sense. And that at that point, I was checking on the unalived part specifically. So, and again, the star card, there could be some significance to Aquarius energy, but between the star and the moon card energies coming out, there could be some significance to nighttime activity, specifically at night or under the cloak of night, and that's when they do their deeds. Okay, so take that well, it just looks like that though, Lama Dolly. All right, and that too shall pass, because what anybody does in the dark, you know what they say about that shit, comes to the light eventually. It's best not to be in a mindset of you intending to trump divine timing, because the reason why I say that as well, honey bun, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not law enforcement, but I do have experience, right? Not that kind of experience. Hold on, that sounded really bad, right? But I do know that a lot of times cases are built and made, you know, even through means of grand jury indictments, etc., right? And so there's a lot going on behind the scenes, perhaps in protection of you, your neighbors, and your local citizens. Okay, I'd like to believe, since I'm talking about it. I'm speaking in code, they understand. Such to the point where you need not concern yourselves beyond the ordinary amount of concern, obviously. So protect yourselves, cleanse your space. I did mention black salt around the perimeter of your home. You know, do your part and it's giving stay out of it, right? Beyond what you are praying and petitioning in the spirit realm about, right? Because karma is, yeah, chills on that. Chills, chills, chills. And I'm not going to say anything more because I'm not comfortable saying it on a live stream. But that's the sentiment of it, all right? And you got that. Okay. All right, you got me. All right. But as far as the terrifying and the fear, Lama, okay, Lama Dolly, don't do that. All right. Because if you are rocking with that spirit of fear, that mindset of fear, you're emitting out into the universe and maybe even those neighbors direct connect, okay, to whatever all entity attachments might be. You see what I'm saying? This life is far more spiritual than you might realize. But I digress. If you're rocking with fear, you're giving some form of spiritual permission to be affected. I'm speaking in code. Hopefully you got this though too, babe. Okay, before I let you go. All right. Because what I don't want you to do is be a co-creator towards a very karmic experience that you didn't need to sign up for, right? The divine's not saying, yeah, go in there with the, fire and brimstone and give them their own medicine, right? Okay. So same deal. The divine's not here saying fear and be terrified, in spite of that being a very valid verbiage and vocabulary to describe what you're also speaking in code about. Make sense? Okay. So hopefully you get that. But I just want to make sure I didn't leave you, still scared, because that's literally a spiritual law and principle, transactional type of possibility where you're unintentionally saying, yeah, I'm going to be affected. Yeah, attacks on, and I'm succumbing to it. So I'll experience every kind of symptom in my body and my mind that they wanted, right? Because that's literally spiritually, energetically what goes on when someone succumbs to a situation, a projection, a demon in fear. Makes sense? Okay. Um, And so, even we should talk here, honey bun, because even referable to claiming attachments, you should only claim what you want to lay claim to, in the sense of what you want to perhaps be burdened by. Make sense? Like, could you imagine if you, were already, let's say, in line at the soup kitchen, okay? Nothing happens, and all of a sudden you just, get into the mindset that you should go out and wrangle up 23 children because their parents are struggling too. And even though you're not in any better financial footing, you just get it in your head that you should adopt all 23 children, even if not formally, where you don't have to pay for court appearances and fees and services. But now you've got all these kids expecting to eat off of you, expecting to be sheltered by you, be guided be guided by your own guidance, and you just really never gave yourself proper footing to do that. You want to know how many people might end up hurt, possibly unalived, on the strength of that? It's the same kind of mentality when you choose to rock with fear and lay claim to anything or anyone intending you harm, whether man, woman, child, entity, attachment, or not. Makes sense? So be mindful what you are willing. And what I say that question, I know it sounds weird, what will you will? But I do ask my collective quite often about what will you will, because at the end of the day, and at the beginning, you're in charge of co-creating your path. So what you tell, uh, can stay, has permission to have access, so be it. You're powerful enough to do that. Okay. And here's the kicker. You're powerful enough to do that even unintentionally. That's how powerful you are. Of course, the entity and those trying to fire, demonic attachments and projections onto you, into your mindset, into your heart space, into your finances, they're not going to tell you that part. But that's the truth nonetheless. And so now that you have that awareness, you should build off of that, magnify it, maybe even learn a little bit more aspects of some of the spiritual laws and principles I just brushed over here, because we're on a live stream. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. But, you know, if you'd like to learn a lot more about your path, or if you have some questions that still are unanswered and you feel guided to, go on ahead and book a session, babe. All right. I'd be honored to read for you. I'd be honored to guide you in some of those next steps. Okay. But let's get back to the task at hand. You're working on it is more than enough to overcome it. Right? So let's just claim, this is an example, so stay with me. Let's just claim you've already overcome it. You don't have to wait to overcome it. And that too is a spiritual law and principle that as the more you work it, and I'm not saying it feels natural at first, it kind of sounds and feels delusional if I do say so myself, but it works, and it's a spiritual law and principle, or two or three. This life is so far more spiritual than you might realize, that you're going to have to work, okay, as the workaround towards freedom, in spite of the projection, in spite of energy never truly dying. Okay, you can most assuredly transmute, alchemize, and shift your mindset, as well as cleansing out your mental and your chakra spaces, okay, to go ahead and get the amount of healing to be able to push out the rest of that residual crap. And I get it. It's not an overnight process. I wouldn't lie to you and say it was. All right. But much love and light to you, of course. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. You better run tell that, Lama Dolly. I'm so serious. This is not me trying to be entertaining. I'm passionately agreeing. Yes, Lama Dolly, I celebrate you because you've already overcome it. I'm grateful to the universe that you and your family, all right, are and will remain safe. All right. And I'm grateful to the universe for future memories that you will most assuredly create together as well. Much love and light to you. Okay. And that is part and parcel of what you would be understanding to do and live out, especially those that have taken the advice that I can't say enough. And watch The Secret. It's a movie called The Secret on YouTube right now, right here for free. All right. I don't get any benefit from that. I'm just telling you what I know works. Okay. And I want you guys to streamline the process of getting all aspects of what this life has to offer you in the most magnanimous, in the most joyous, in the most happiest, and dare I say, most beautifulest ways. That's what I want for you. And if you're still here with me, your higher self wants at least just that. Makes sense, okay? It is a great movie, BG. You know, me personally, I've had to actually read a lot for work. Okay, so you know, I'm more like, let me just relax and watch a webinar or watch a movie, watch a film just to get some aspects of information. I'm not really one, and I'm trying to work on this, to firstly pick up a book. Okay, I feel like books carry probably more wealth of information, right? Because mainstream media, you know, things get watered down, washed a bit, changed up, perhaps, right? That's why they talk about certain books eventually being banned. Oh, gave too much knowledge away, huh? Right? It's also why we talk about the Mandela effect. Okay, but I digress. Love and light, M. Grace. Okay, love and light, BG. If I didn't already say that, babe, I know we were talking, but I don't know if I said that on your way in here. And so let me scroll back up to Prayera. Let's see about R contacting you. Okay. And I just want to triple check 1 second, Prayera, to make sure I didn't skip over. See, I see BG I skipped over. So we're going to go to BG because BG was first in line. No favoritism, just saying. I'm trying to keep it orderly, right? That's why we have the rules. Makes sense. So let's go to BG regarding Alexander. Okay. This is for Prayara. Or, I mean, I'm sorry. This is for hello, right? This is for BG regarding Alexander. And I will not forget Prayara, who is next. Okay. All right. So we got to know with the Tower card coming out here. What? All right. Here's the sitch. This is regarding our... No, this is regarding... Hold on. I'm going to scroll up. BG, regarding Alexander. Okay. So, let me just clarify this. Okay. So there may be aspects to work or travel or finances or scheduling that might be the cause of this no, giving this tower moment. And I gather that the reason why Divine chose the Tower card to come out in answer as this no, is because something unexpected, maybe even erupted, right? Gosh, I hope they're not near a volcano, but excuse me, it's just giving an unexpected upheaval, okay? And so this could lead to, this person having understanding that I've got to push this back. So this is giving delay, not denial, because when I checked on it, I did get confirmation that the Seven of Cups was not, like other lovers or like other candidates. It seems to be perhaps work related or money related, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is in clarification of the Seven of Cups. But what I don't like, aside from the Tower card coming out here, it's kind of giving bummer kind of energy, like heavy disappointment perhaps on both sides, right? And there is the promise of, it happening brighter, lighter days where it actually works out kind of thing. But what I damn sure don't like is this Ten of Swords. Is this on both sides? On the other side of this. 1 second. Yeah, this person could actually feel guilty and fear that you're thinking that the no means that they're actually entertaining other parties, but that's not the case, because I get that they're manifesting you in this visit. It's just they had, again, some other upheaval or added measure of responsibilities that just will delay the trip or the visit, I should say, perhaps. All right. He works a lot. Yeah, it's definitely not third party energy. I'm getting that this person is quite enamored with you, BG, right? Like if they're going to be even at work, right, thinking about somebody's ass, it's going to be yours, right? Like that kind of vibe. So I wouldn't worry there. However, that's why we also say in the spiritual community often that third party energy could be work. See how it gets in the way of the connection sometimes, you guys? And, just because it's not about somebody else's ass in the mix, right, doesn't necessarily mean that the evidence and presence of workaholism, right? Not that I'm here to judge, but I'm just mindful to utilize basically anything as an example for us to learn and grow our souls, because it's part and parcel of my life purpose. So forgive me or forgive me not, but here I go. It's everything in balance, inclusive of work, all right, is the goal here. Now, why would that be? Because unless and until we are operating inside of balance, you're operating in some form or measure of dis-ease, uneasiness, and that damn sure most assuredly at least 88.999% of the time, just kidding, it's higher than that, okay, leads to disease in the body, all right? So I get it, no judgment, right? And I too personally would love to find out that my man had an addiction to like work, right? Over that of somebody else's ass, right? But don't dismiss the red flags, okay? Maybe that's something that you guys will or should be talking about in the future, BG, okay? All right, let's love and light to you, Llama Dolly. You better know I mean it. All right, love and light, you guys. Let me see here. Because I feel like we still have somebody I skipped over, and I don't want to skip over. I promise I don't. Here we go, Priyara. I didn't forget. Here we go. Let's see about R. All right. This is about R. This is for Priyara. Got all serious all of a sudden. We got a lot of wandage coming out. All right. This is the Six of Wands indicating a yes. And we got Two of Wands on the bottom. This Six of Wands, obviously, high key talks about success and victory, right? As well as the yes. But really, when you add all these wands up, right? What else is trying? hold on now, Prayara. It's got real wandy up in this piece real quick, okay? Gosh, this might be a really exciting connection, huh? Okay, because not only are victory and success attached to this question, right, the outcome with R coming into contact, but I already thought with the 8 of Wands, when you add the 6 with the 2, was almost too much wandage, right? If there's ever too much passion, because that's what wands often speak and reference, okay, in the tarot. We got the freaking Ace of Wands, okay? Ooh, are you ready, actually, to link up with this person? Because I think this person might be all too ready, okay? This person could eventually offer you something that is pretty significant, and you guys could actually be a thing. For the long haul. All right. So that's what I have for you. It's a yes regarding R. Prayara. Thank you for your patience on that. M. Grace, I see your question is next regarding Capricorn. You're very welcome, BG. And you're very welcome, Lama Dolly, if I didn't say so as well. Okay. Let's see about M. Grace's question here. Ooh, hold on. Maybe this person has some hidden truth to tell you. Because the hidden truth deck wanted to slide out onto the floor. I'm like, whoa, buddy. Let's see here. Could be some financial issues. Hopefully not. Guys, y'all better hope and pray I get my second win before I gotta do that sexy tarot. My God. I feel a little winded. Gotta get a pep in my step. All right, here we go. We've got a yes with the King of Wands. All right. And we got a no at the bottom of the deck, but hear me out. It's the 4 of Swords, talking about healing, talking about truth, talking about lighter, brighter energy, compromise, perhaps, right? And so, Prayara, this is your answer, yes, okay, regarding our contacting you. And it could be a pretty passionate conversation, okay, especially if this person you resonate with, having had some sort of window of opportunity or time or break with which to kind of like gather their own energy about themselves, okay, so that they can come on in and work with you, work with the connection. This could be something that your intuition is telling you is a thing, and it is, okay? All right, so that's what I have for Prayara. All right, I think we got everybody. And we can get the heck out of here, right? What time is it, you guys? Let me see. All right. So, I don't know, you guys, I might come back on. Forgive me. I mean, I get it if you can't come back on. I might shoot closer towards like 8:30 my time. I get it. I'm gonna be on here. If I'm on that time, if I'm on that early, I might even actually just suck it up and do all 12 signs, right? So, yeah, M. Grace. Did I not do you? Let me, wait 1 second. I did Prayara. I'm so sorry, baby. Here we go, M. Grace. I gotcha. Let's find out about the Capricorn. All right. I think I did Prayara and then skipped over you again. Oh, 1 second. All right, yeah, we're gonna do M. Grace. I thought I did you, babe. I wanted to make sure I didn't, but all right. I know I was talking about it. I don't know what I did then. That's so weird. I guess I went back to Prayera. All right, let's see about the Capricorn potential relationship. If I didn't already do it. I'm not sure, and I don't have any moderators on here to redirect me if I did that or not. And God knows, I would if I could, but I can't scroll back to find out what the hell was I just talking about. Part and parcel of the channeling, folks. Okay, I try my best, but I don't know if I did your reading already or not, M. Grace. So here we go, perhaps all over again, but maybe just here we go in the first place regarding the Capricorn. My goodness, I definitely got to get my second wind about me, or yikes. Okay, so we got a yes. I feel like I said that, but maybe I'm still stuck on Priya regarding R. And it seems like there's a lot of pull and a lot of contentment with this being somebody in your energy because they're a soulmate. Okay, there could be an age difference here, doesn't have to be the case, but there is some aspect of maturity about you and or this individual that's really going to allow you guys to be able to do things like get on the same page and maybe even stay there, right? As well as communicate, okay? But that's a yes that I have regarding the Capricorn for you, M. Grace. Oh, he's older than you. Yeah. Okay, well, that makes sense. We had the King of Swords, you know what I mean? So sorry, babe. Woo-wee! I better hop off on here for I really get in trouble. How about that? And I'm gonna go freshen up and maybe even get a bite to eat, you guys. It's been a long day in so many respects, all right? But I definitely want to get this energy amped up so we can get into some terrible stuff. No, let me stop. Terrible can also mean like terrible in the sense of terrific, terrifically, terrible, terrific ish, adult-ish. So again, no children's, you guys. Also, thank you to those that hopped on. You gave us a shot today, perhaps for the first time, or you're an A1 day one or somewhere in between, whether today or tomorrow, right? I just want to say thank you. It doesn't work so well without you guys, right? I'm not really here to do like a one-man puppet show or anything. So, great job for coming on, and hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. I always enjoy myself hanging out with my people. All right, I'm your people and you're my people, and I think that that's amazing, and I love to talk about it, so I'm talking about it again. But again, really, in all honesty, just say thank you for being amazing. I have the best collective, hands down. Nobody's telling me different. Okay, so you guys should also time know your worth and what you bring to the table, even when you're just sitting there, laying there, watching a tarot video. You're doing a lot of stuff. All right. So, don't be so hard on yourselves, and definitely celebrate the fact that you do exist, because you exist here purposefully. Even if just to help brighten up my days and nights when we get on here on these live streams. Just saying, because you do. All right. And hopefully I do the same for you too. It's my intention. All right. And you know what? Sometimes you got to try again. So let's try next time on the next live stream to have an even better time. I dare ya. I know I will. All right. So have a phenomenal night. If this is where we end here today, cool. But just please do something amazing for yourselves before you go to sleep tonight. All right. Even if it's just to give yourself a hug and to say thank you to you for being here, because it's important to really celebrate yourselves, especially in current energies right now. And you have permission and you're in charge to be able to do at least just that. All right. So I celebrate you. And I'm going to go on ahead and claim and say thank you that you actually celebrate you as well. Thank you for doing that, because it really does benefit the whole collection, the whole collective consciousness and energy, dare I say, as well as emotionality, when you guys do that work to place that love and light back into your own energies so that your force fields are all the more effective, right? All right. So now that you got your crown straightened, go on ahead and do something fun and smile, damn it. All right. I'll see you next time, and look a little bit later for the live stream rules regarding our sexy tarot session. I hope to see you on there later, but if not, either way, I really mean this. Love and light.